Good evening, this is Lurking Lately, continuing our chill pagan run. When we last left off, we'd captured some land from the Empire, then gone raiding. Looking at the Empire again, they are distracted with a war, but it is a war that they'll easily win. And they do have 20,000 men they can call on. If my levies were full, we would have, 20 ourselves. But we constantly lose men because of raiding. But looking at kind of the development of our kind of capital provinces here, we're kind of getting to our tech limit. So we'll talk about what to spend your money on next. We'll keep going raiding until we see a kind of an opportune time to attack the HRE again, or the Umayyads, or whoever it may be. So with that said, let's load up our men and go raiding again. We have a fleet levy of 39 men max, so 39 ships, I should say. Let's raise up our levies. Try to get to as close to that amount as possible. So disband these guys, disband these guys. That should be good. Make them raiders. Throw ourselves on there. And I believe our wife is pregnant. Oh no, she was. We do have a son of our lineage. He's not a genius. Our wife still has, a good 11 years to produce a son. And we do have currently the room and heir and the family focus, so hopefully we'll have more children. We want to try to have another genius, hopefully one that's not a kinslayer. But we're kind of on a roll with kinslaying, so who does? Alright, let's take a look at who's available to raid. Again, it looks like England's a really nice target. So let's start in Kent, and then move on to Middlesex, and just see where that takes us. It looks like they do have all their armies raised, so maybe we won't go there right away. Let's go to Suffolk. And then if we see a chance for something to open up in Middlesex, we'll go down there. We do have a bunch of money, so let's go spend it again now that we've built everything. They start to get pricey, these upgrades, but they're definitely worth it. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so it looks like we're only going to be able to build stuff in our capital now, in terms of our main holding. Now, there's a couple things we can spend the excess money on. Well, there's a lot of things, really. So obviously, it's nice to have a little bit of money in reserve for mercs and stuff in case you need them. The other thing we can consider is in our towns, we can build universities. Those are very expensive, but what they do provide is, a little bit of economic technology points, but more importantly, increased tech rates, spread speed. So whenever you upgrade your technology, it only affects your primary, your capital, and then it slowly filters out to adjacent provinces. So if we were to build a university in our capital, in like Ypres and Artois or Boulogne, then the high advancements in our capital would spread to the surrounding provinces faster, and then we could build more holdings and whatnot, improve our demands. The other thing we can do is we can build sub-holdings. Now, some people, they like to build in their in their capital. They like to build all castles and then cities everywhere else. I think we're just going to go and build cities in all the open holdings. But before we do that, we can also click on these buttons right here, and we can start building hospitals. Now, hospitals, are useful because they provide defense against diseases. We've only had like 1 or 2, instances of really bad disease, but worse diseases are coming, including the bubonic plague. So, initially hospitals won't help that much, but, they will, as you improve them, they will provide greater and greater disease resistance. So, I think that's the important thing we're going to do next. We're going to build hospitals in all of our provinces. And then when those are done, we'll start upgrading the hospitals to the best of our ability. It looks like there is a disease in Middlesex, so we're going to have to keep an eye out on that. If it starts to spread too close to us, we're going to leave. We don't want to get sick while we're out raiding. It looks like we can appoint a new spy master. I say we pick the best guy available. It also looks like no one's been trying to murder us lately. So in this case, let's study technology in Byzantium. If we do start having family members drop dead, and there start to be rumors about people trying to kill us, we can always pull him back. Let's appoint a new commander as well. Alright, let's take the axe, give it to some family members. Like this guy right here. Let's also just check to see if we've got any other stuff that we can get rid of. No, everything else we'll hold on to. Let's keep looking for this artifact. You don't really get a lot of those opportunities. Chances are it'll amount to nothing. I've never been very successful with the artifact hunts, but you never know, right? Alright, so it looks like there is disease in our capital. Let's shut the gates. We don't want our wife getting sick or our children. Unfortunately, when you shut the gates, yeah, you lose. You can no longer lead armies. So let's just bring our armies home. Let's also look at our steward and our marshal and see what their status is to us. So our marshal's loyal. Our steward is not. So let's take our marshal, right? And let's have him just organize the army. Okay? That way he's not out, you know, and he might not get sick and whatnot. I could care less if the other guy dies, if I'm being honest. So let's put down our fleet. And disband our levy. And wait out this sickness. Yeah, measles is no good. Who's Ragenfrid? We don't really care about her. She has the measles. Let's throw her out. We're not going to make any friends doing this. But unless there's someone that's very important to us, we're not going to risk spreading the disease within our castle walls. It's just as well. It gives us time for our levy to regrow. We're also currently having a 25% levy reduction, searching for that artifact, so... You know, it is what it is. Let's look at our prisoners. Let's ransom them off so they don't die before we have a chance to do so. Absolutely gonna banish this guy. Hell yeah. And we'll wait for that first round to come in. We'll ransom the rest. Okay. It looks like our hospitals are all built, so we can start upgrading our hospitals. I'll just make another quick pass, just make sure we can't build anything anywhere else. In terms of our kind of main holdings. Okay, let's start building our hospitals up. We'll build a sick house everywhere. Unfortunately, we only have the technology to build a sick house in our capital. But as time, continues, that technology will spread. So we are sitting on a bunch of money. Let's wait. Let's wait until the stuff's built in our capital, and then see what else we can spend money on. We may start building sub-buildings. Look at the size of this epidemic. Okay, Our spy master just got caught. Let's keep this guy local. He's not as good. Look at the size of this epidemic. That's no good. Okay, so it looks like we can raise stuff up. Let's raise up Majesty. We've only got a tiny head penalty. Now, the name of the game is to raise Majesty up until we can unlock Imperial Administration. And then we'll just start doing it as usual. Imperial Administration makes your vassals less happy, but you can have a lot more of them. We're about 2/3 of the way through our vassals, so we're also not going to go to war while there's a measles outbreak everywhere. Oh, excellent. Let's pay him. Pay the man, you know? Let's also look at our wife, see what her opinion of me is. So she doesn't like me much. Let's send her a gift so she's more likely to have children with us. Yeah, this is a major outbreak. We're going to be... A lot of people are going to die because of this. But luckily we haven't gotten any bad events yet, so hopefully we can just wait this one out with nothing major happening. We're making a lot more money than we did before. That's going to go down as the disease ravages our countryside and our wealth, drops. But, Alright, so there's no longer disease in our county. I'm going to leave the gates closed until it fades away all around us. Or we start to have bad events. I think it's better safe than sorry, so we'll just keep going. Okay, so basically the Crusades have fired very early because we've taken so much of Christendom. So that's a danger. The Pope's probably going to call a crusade on us. So we're going to have to be more careful about our levies and all that kind of stuff. Again, the good news is that, in terms of Christian nations, it's basically, well, let's take a look. Who's what? There's not that much Catholicism. It's mostly the HRE and some Slavic, converted lands. And there are some Germanic pagans besides us, not many. Speaking of which, what's our guy up to? Let's send him all the way down here, away from the plague. Alright, so the plague's starting to go away. That's good. Let's also take a look again, see what else we can build. We can build a keep, or an even larger Germanic infantry barracks. Let's upgrade our keep, it's a little bit cheaper. And again, let's just make sure that we're not missing anything else. Okay, so let's check our hospital in our capital, and see we can build like a leper colony that'll give us more disease resistance. Chapel will also, to a lesser extent. So let's build a leper colony in our capital. And we should be getting a holy order sooner or later. So. Alright, so people do want to kill my son Karchin. I'm actually okay with that. He's not, he's a son of a concubine, so he's got that diplomacy, malice. Also, I'm not, like, educating any of my kids, which is really, really dumb. So let's assign guardians. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. Luckily, like, the son that we're worried about, he's only 3 years old, so he'll still gain some knowledge from us. So it looks like the disease has mostly left our county. It doesn't really jump back. You have to be careful. There's another disease nearby because it can spread. So we can probably go raiding again safely. On the other hand, we do have, you know, almost 20,000 men. He has 25,000 men. He has 31,000 men. Can we declare like a great holy war on him? Okay, so I guess maybe the Crusaders have to call a crusade on us first, before we start to fight back with our own crusades. So we can't do that. Do we risk attacking? Well, let's wait till the disease is all gone from our lands. That way we don't walk our armies through and get sick. So let's go ahead, load up our men, and start raiding. Let's get rid of this army here. There we go, 3,500 men. And we'll raise all our boats. Hey man, how you doing? Welcome back, by the way. Oh, we should probably open the gates since we're no longer worried about getting sick. And if we can lead our armies. How'd your campaign go as the Byzantines? Oh yeah, they're a lot of fun. You know, restoring the Roman Empire, you know, healing the Great Schism, a lot of fun. Highly recommend. The great thing about the Byzantines is the only thing you really got to watch out for is really your internal politics, because early on, until you straighten things out, those guys they're a handful. If you do a stream, let me know. Hey, you can't laugh at someone who's 13 years old for not having a job. I mean, you're not even of legal age. Stellaris is fun too, though. I like that game. Let's give Karchin a military focus. Now, if you were 43 and still living with your dad, then I might laugh. Alright, so we can upgrade our technology a little bit. I'm thinking shipbuilding's the way to go, because then we can build more ships, more money from raiding larger armies. Alright, dudes are dying left and right here. Let's also do like a court tutor. There's got to be someone good by this point. Let's like have someone who's got a military focus, who's not ambitious. Preferably someone who's diligent. This is a good one. Diligent, brave. Yeah, if she wasn't craven. What the hell? Let's give her the job. We also need a new court chaplain. We'll throw this guy out there. And we'll have him proselytize. We're doing a pretty good job converting all these Christian lands. Well, I gotta say, Sheogorath, you know, for a 13-year-old, you have very good taste in games. You know, Elder Scrolls, this game, good taste, man. Alright, excellent. My wife is pregnant. Hopefully, this will be a genius son. So we are starting to get up there in years. Alright, burning down more holdings, getting more money. No, man, that's an amazing star chart. Come on, man. That's unacceptable. Yeah, I mean, if you find some magical way of getting a bunch of money without having to work for it, you let me know. Oh, it's another daughter. Oh well. I mean, I'd settle for a genius daughter, as long as it's someone who's a genius. We are full up on money, so probably should have been paying attention to that. Yeah, absolutely. Let's study other languages. How are we doing for when this stuff is built? Build a soup kitchen, get that disease resistance up. And we got till January, so let's lower our levies again and re-raise. Sorry, I'm trying to do math in my head. Would you believe I do finance? Alright, let's lower these two armies. And this one. Alright, so that's just a smidge too big. Alright. Understood, understood. Alright, let's get these guys on boats. So this lady that I work with, she's got like a little kid. He's like, I want to say 9 years old. And for Halloween this year, he wanted to go as some kind of famous YouTuber. But like, the YouTuber's like, you know, just a regular dude. So she's like, no one's going to understand that costume, you know? So they settled for the clown from It. I'll tell you though, there is one holiday I do like. It's Halloween, man. Alright, let's raid Wessex. Yeah, let's raid. Yeah, definitely, let's raid Wessex. Okay, so, as expected. Okay, so we can't pick another counselor to pick up where he left off. So let's do that. Let's take a look at who our best counselor is going to be. And that's probably going to be this guy. Does he still hate us? Jarl Freyr? No, he doesn't hate us. Only our advisor hates us. So let's have him search for the artifact. I wouldn't worry too much about it, Sheogorath, though. You know, in like 3 years, you'll be able to get a job, you know, get some money on the side. Some of the best jobs I ever had were the crappy ones I had starting out, you know? If they paid more, I'd be doing it today. It looks like these guys might think about attacking us. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Alright, got another +2 axe. Let's give it away to a fellow family member again. So when this guy dies, he'll give it to one of my children. So let's give him the axe. Although he does like us a lot, so maybe we'll find somebody else who doesn't like us as much, like this guy. Well, he's already got like a nice short sword. He doesn't have anything. He likes us, though. He's also got a short sword. Where are my family members at? It's purple, man. And this guy already has a +2 axe that we gave him. All right, well let's give it to. I don't know. They all kind of like us. Let's give it to this guy since he's probably more powerful. Hey, boss. No, how you doing, by the way? Welcome to the stream. I'll give her the. Oh, she's gonna be a good sword lady. Shield maiden. That's what I meant to say. Shield maiden. All right, so I wasn't paying attention. Okay, we can sneak out in time. Good times. Good times. So it looks like we can found a new empire if we wanted to. It may not be a bad idea. It'll cost us a bunch of money. You know, how close are we to being able to create Francia? Let's look for the title. That's great, man. You need to control 80% of the Dishrei duchies, and we only control like a little under 50. I probably should create an empire level title. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so now we are the Empire of Svijod. That gives us another counselor position we can put in there. So let's put this guy who's content. He has pretty good stats. But he is a powerful vassal, and he is going to be loyal. So we'll put him on there. And I guess we can have another commander. Yeah. Although, to be honest, lately my commanders have been kind of not very good. So, yeah, let's take a moment to celebrate our new wonderful empire. And I just saw also that we have some people we can ransom off now, so let's go ahead and do that. I'll tell you, man, these, like, once you get rolling as, like, a Norse, look at that, we got a nice, I don't even know what color that is. Oof. Which one, here? Oh, ransomable, that one right there. That's a good idea. That is a really ugly color, man. You know what? If I had known that this would be my color, I wouldn't have formed the Empire, and I would have waited to form Francia. That is like a... Ugh. It hurts the eyes, man. Alright, well... I mean, it is what it is. I guess, you know... Now that you guys know, don't form a custom empire. It's only 400 guys. We can do that. And let's also take a look. See, like he said, ransomable. Oh, or there's a ransom prisoners here. Oh, that's even better. All right. You know, I kind of want to save Scum just for that Empire color. But I'm not going to. You know, you gotta live with your decisions. Alright, let's give it a shot. Well, at least I didn't get stressed out about it. Nice. Did you do like a 769 start as like Halfdan White Shirt or Ivar the Boneless or anything like that? Let's give him a thrift focus. Alright. Yeah, the whole, oh, excellent. Another baby. You know, the whole pagan invasion's really fun. Alright, so we need to, get a new court physician. Let's take a look at who we got. This guy looks alright. Alright, and let's see what else we can build. That's a badass little empire, little symbol there, though, huh? And let's build the castle shipyard just so we can have more boats for raiding. Let's make sure that none of our technology is spread so that we can't build more stuff. Doesn't look like. Let's check the hospitals out. Yeah, I mean, you get to keep the event troops, right? Hopefully. Because otherwise, that'd be a real pain in the butt. Oh, man. Honestly, if it was that early on, I probably just would have restarted. I'm going to be dead honest with you. General opinion, negative 15. Ooh, I mean, I guess the people that don't like us don't like us. And the ones that do, do. What the hell? I've always wanted to get an artifact through these events. I've never been able to. So, not a genius, but he does have a clubbed foot. That's nice. Unbelievable. Look at this. My guy's a genius. And my wife's not a genius. Huh, I thought she was. Well, that could explain why I'm not having much luck. She's also getting kind of old. Well, that's why people come to this stream, you know? It's for that in-depth analysis. Alright, let's reset everything. Load filters. My religion. Let's look for a genius. She's even older. That's not gonna work. How about someone who's strong? Yeah, no luck. We'll stick with the current wife. It's not worth it. We should also probably, like... Okay, so, on the one hand, if I die, I don't want, like, Karchin taken over. I'd prefer someone else. Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, she can still have kids up to, like, 35, I think, right? What would I even want her to be good in? I swear to God, she was a genius when I married her, and then somehow she devolved down to quick, or maybe she was quick all the whole time. I don't even remember anymore. I've been playing this game for too long. So no one quick available. How about someone who's really good at diplomacy and young? Look at that. Star sign Cancer has Cancer. Working as intended. The whole seduction focus. You know, that's one way to get around, gavel kind of succession if you're a Christian, right? Like, just marry an old woman and then just go around seducing everybody until you have an heir you like. Alright, well, how about this one? She's 16. Her stats aren't great. You think I should divorce and remarry? What do you think, Boss No? Right. Yeah, have him, Also, don't they still get, like, the I Am a Bastard event that makes him ambitious? Alright, guys. Time to vote. Should we divorce our wife and marry the 16-year-old? Yeah, but she's not... Okay, I had to think long and hard on this. She's... Like, I looked at her relationship to me, and she wasn't, like, a cousin or a mother or a sister. So I was like, I think I can pull it off. All right, so Boss No, you're voting no. I don't know if Shiogorth is still in there. I can't see. I just want a genius son. That's all I want. You know? Is that so hard to ask for? All right. Well, how about we make this kid our primary heir? All right. Because he's not going to suffer from the penalty for being a child of a concubine. And then let's educate this kid by someone else. This is fine. Well, this is why do you think my guy's got a beard? Come on. Alright. Alright, let's read some more stuff. Dorset looks pretty good. I mean, I'm inclined. I mean, because yeah, who knows how good her fertility is at this point. Man, that kid left our court. He took it real hard. Or no, that was just looking at my wife. On the other hand, if I divorce her, that means probably some family member who's landed is gonna be pissed at me. So maybe we take on a concubine. I think that's a good compromise. We'll take her as a concubine, and we'll take. We'll take another concubine as well. You know. This one's pretty good. You know what? People were telling me about it earlier, and I have not even heard about it at all. I just heard about it today, so I'll have to check out what's online. What do you think? And besides Boss Gnome, if I actually got CK3 and started to play it on a stream, I might actually get some additional followers, and then, you know, that would just, as far as I'm concerned, that's selling out. You know, unless games are 7 years old, I don't want to stream them. So we can hold a great blunt. Let's ransom all the people that we can. And then we'll hold the blunt. Jesus, by the time we ransom all these guys, the blunt might be over. No nomads. Okay, so obviously nomads and merchant republics are going to be coming in as DLC then. Uh, the problem with using stuff like 3D portraits is, you know, sometimes that can look like real bad or real dated, you know, as opposed to like a drawing. But I don't know. We'll see. Now I kind of have to see it. I'd love to see like a 3D portrait of someone with like a Habsburg chin, you know. We're actually okay, so we're almost full up on loot. After we burn down this last holding, we'll get out of here and go home. All right. So we should be full of loot. We'll go home. And let's take a look. I'm thinking we have so much money. We could probably start building sub-holdings while we wait. The other option is to like look around. Looks like there's a new emperor in charge. He's only got 17,000 men. We can raise more than that. Maybe it's time to attack the HRE. Now, obviously, I know that the Pope's going to join in, but I think we can do it. So what do we want to fight for? Burgundy looks real nice. That's a fat Burgundy. 6 provinces. Oh, jeez. You know, like, okay, so I love Paradox games, but sometimes it attracts, like, a certain type of person who's, like, just, let's just put it this way. And I realize the irony of saying this while I play as, you know, Alf Munso, but they're just a little too into, you know, playing a Nordic character. Or maybe we could even do a great conquest, right? Maybe I have the prestige for that. No, no great conquest. Yeah, I could invite a vassal in. I'm kind of all about landing my family members, though, and it's easier to do, you know, via Holy Wars. We can always look, though, right? What's a kingdom we want? Let's say we're looking for either Middle Francia or Burgundy. Alright, so there's no one really with a claim here. I don't think anyone's formed the kingdom titles. Unless I'm doing it wrong. Am I doing it wrong? Let me know. Alright, then I guess Holy War it is. Let's go for Burgundy. So the Holy Wars have kicked off, the Crusades, but the First Crusade hasn't been called, so I can't do any great Holy Wars, unfortunately. So we'll just do a Holy War for Burgundy. And let's raise everybody up. Raise our vassal levies to get them there sooner. I guess these guys could just march down. There's no real fast way to do it. Love it. Brittany? I thought we did Burgundy. You messing with me? Okay, alright. Let's grab these guys. We didn't get on boats. We'll just have them marching down to Auxerre. Have all these guys march to Auxerre. And let's take these levy fleets here. We'll bring them down here, pick up these guys. Why Brittany? Out of curiosity. Why would I care if it's an exclave of the HRE? Well, you know, pretty borders are important, but, you know, there's this little piece of Umayyad land that would still not be ours, so that would be some gore, you know, I think there's just a lot more counties to capture here. Sorry, man, I'm gonna have to reject your military advice. Although I do appreciate a good OCD, I'm not gonna lie. You kidding me? These are beautiful borders. We're gonna have a nice little exclave here, one here. Oh, it's gonna be gorgeous, man. You gotta trust me on this. What's wrong with that? The Umayyads are a very successful caliphate, alright? You know? Oh, so a couple episodes ago, there was a civil war in the Umayyads. That's how I captured kind of all this land here. And I got greedy. I truce broke. Listen, I'm telling you. Listen, okay. You may not like the way this looks, but this is what peak performance looks like, okay? This is peak performance here. Not a single county wasted. So I got greedy. I truce broke, and then the civil war ended, and then the Abbasids joined in. Which kingdom? This is amazing, man. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this is, like I said, this is what peak performance looks like in terms of CK2. You gotta have some nice jagged borders everywhere. Oh, the blue one? Are you talking about my beautiful aqua one, or? Alright, so it looks like this guy made a bad decision. Let's go spank him for it. Hopefully we can catch him in time. Unfortunately, he's running away too quickly for us to catch. But I'm sure we'll have our chance later. It's all Holy Wars. It's just, you know, I had the earliest start, so what's that, like 7, 6, I don't know, whatever the earliest start is. And, you know, I started off at Svejod here, so, you know, I had the, you know, form a kingdom ambition, so I got all of Sweden. And then I just kind of just reformed the religion and started doing Holy Wars all the way down. Alright, Tormentor, be honest. Are these beautiful borders or what? Because I'm getting a lot of flack here, and, you know, frankly, I'm a little hurt. Oh, look at that. We even got a little piece here of Finland. How you like that? Austria? Right around here. Yes, I did do this. But, hey, to be fair, here's what happened, right? I started doing holy wars down the coast because I wanted to eventually put my capital in Flanders. Because as everyone knows, Flanders is the most superior place ever. You know, I actually forgot to do the whole event to form, to get Iceland. And so randomly, some other dude did it. And then what happened was, I had kind of a potential succession crisis, you know, with Gavelkind Elective. So I did a holy war for Flanders, took it, adopted feudalism, and then all of a sudden, you know, I didn't have those huge pagan troop numbers anymore. So I had to, like, conquer what I could when I could. Like I said, peak performance, these borders. Yeah, it comes pretty early. I don't know what the requisites are, but it comes real early in the game. That's all I can tell you. I'm not too familiar with it myself. Alright, let's see if we can't take out some of these armies now. We'll wait till he's movement locked. Alright, I've groomed an heir. So let's pick a new ambition. I'm not going to do a great work. So we might as well do forge a bloodline. No, listen, okay. I was at a distinct disadvantage troop number-wise, and initially technology-wise as well. So, you know, whenever there was a civil war, I had to jump in and take a duchy, you know? I mean, that's just good policy. That's just good horse sense right there, you know? He doesn't have much money. Let's sacrifice him to Odin. He doesn't have much money either, but maybe he can raise it, so we'll hold on to him. These guys are just, like, crapping all over everywhere. Let's take the bulk of these guys in Masson or Macon or whatever. He's got some money. And he's movement locked. No, the truth is, boss, no, I'm not good enough to conquer in any kind of fashion that's logical. I just gotta take what I can. Otherwise, people will see my stream and see me, you know, screwing up. And then what? Then I'll lose all 3 followers that I do have. It's really just a tough life, you know? What I'm trying to say is I'm the victim here. Alright, so we're doing pretty good here. It looks like the Pope hasn't joined, or his armies haven't gotten here at least. So that's fine, you know. Taking these guys one by one, not a bad thing to do. Alright, let's offer the peace. Look at that. Tell me that's not a gorgeous aqua blue right there, huh? Mmm. Alright, we're sending our troops home. Let's make sure everyone's disbanded so they don't get pissy. And let's give our son a duchy here. I don't know what to tell you guys. You know, these are just... You have to appreciate the borders for what they are, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so I know that at this point, I can probably get away with just giving away the county level titles and then having them fill it up. But, you know, every once in a while when that happens, I don't know, like sometimes they'll, like, decide to become a theocracy or a merchant, and, no, we're going all feudal all the time here, guys, alright? Let's throw on some, good fighters here. And then we'll throw on some good, some unhappy dudes in the cities. You know, we could do like we could see if there's some kind of program. We could do like a picture-in-picture, you know? Looks like we missed a barony there. I'll just load our filters again. I think we can just give it to, like, this dude. I'll pull out in a sec. As soon as I distribute this land, I promise I'll pull out. We'll have a look. Alright, so let's start giving away these duchies. You know, you gotta... As soon as I said it, I knew it was gonna be a problem. I was hoping everyone would just, like, kind of ignore it, but... Yeah. Famous last words, right? Fair enough. Listen, you know, you're tough but fair. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright. And then for our number one son, you get Dijon. And Duchy of Insigalith. Oh, look at that. We got a little nub in here. That's really nice. And this as well. Alright, so apparently we're going to have to usurp the title. We can also form the Kingdom of Middle Francia. At this point, actually, yeah, let's form the Kingdom title so that eventually we can give it away to Viceroys. Plus, we'll get that extra prestige. Alright, so let's take a look at how the world looks here at April 6th, 905. So this is looking pretty good here. This, of course, golden. England's starting to get put together here. They may be harder to raid, in which case we might have to invade them. But we'll see. Umayyads are actually doing really good. At one point, the Umayyads were like all the way up to here. But you know, we managed to cut them back a little bit, but I'm surprised at how well they're doing. You know, Africa's Africa. The Abbasids haven't fallen apart, surprisingly. And the Byzantines, well, I mean, they're not doing that bad, but they're not doing that great either. I have no idea how, you know, I believe these are the Shia guys. Let's take a look at them. Yeah. So I don't know where the Shia spawn. I'm assuming here or here. But they've got the Balkans. It's a gosh darn mess over here. Tibet's looking pretty good. Okay, see? Look at that. Comparatively speaking, mine are much better than what's going on over here. Or even whatever nonsense going on over here. We can also take a look at religions. Whoops. Probably should do it map mode-wise. So Germanic Reformed is doing pretty good here. We're about like 50-50 to Catholics. Sunnis on a rampage. And Sulamescos aren't doing that bad, all things considered. And anything else you guys want to see?